Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, distinguished colleagues from UCL, Qatar Foundation, and our local partners, students and families, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the UCL Qatar Virtual Graduation Ceremony 2020. The formal proceedings will begin today with the procession of the academic staff and graduates. We are honoured to have you all here for this special afternoon to celebrate this most auspicious of occasions. Would you all please give your full attention and respect for the national anthem of the State of Qatar, followed by the national anthem of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Thank you very much. I would now like to introduce the first speaker of the afternoon, Professor Michael Arthur, UCL President and Provost.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen and graduands, it's my pleasure to welcome you to UCL Qatar's Graduation Ceremony 2020. We are here today to celebrate the academic achievements of graduands of 2019 and 2020. It is, of course, a great shame that we're not able to hold this ceremony in person as we would normally do, but I hope that it will still be an enjoyable and memorable occasion for you and your families. I would like to thank you for your patience and resilience that you've demonstrated in the face of complex challenges caused by COVID-19 over this last year. Some of you and your families have been touched particularly closely by the global pandemic. To achieve a degree is always a great accomplishment. To achieve it in such difficult circumstances is even more commendable. I would also like to thank the talented and conscientious staff at UCL Qatar for the incredible work they've done to meet these challenges. Despite everything, they've maintained the high standards of teaching and academic excellence that UCL is renowned for. I'm sure you'll agree that they played no small part in you getting here today. You are graduating from one of the best universities in the world. UCL has an enduring track record of academic excellence, and we are renowned for producing outstanding graduates and scholars. As a student at UCL Qatar, you have also had the privilege of being part of the Qatar Foundation to experience a truly global and intercultural community and to live and work in a society that is eager to grow and advance in the fields of cultural heritage and knowledge management. Today doesn't just mark the end of your studies here, but rather the beginning of something much more important, the start of your long-term contribution to the world as a graduate of UCL to become cultural leaders of the future. Against that backdrop, I would like to focus my address on the general qualities and skills that you will need to think about if you want to be highly successful in the modern world. First, as UCL graduates, you must persist, show determination, and maintain your confidence. If you've got this far, there is no doubt in my mind that you're going to enjoy a successful life and career. My second piece of advice is that when your chance in life comes, and it surely will, then you must reach for that chance and try to make a real difference to the world we live in. Next would be the ability to think clearly, to be creative, and to problem solve, as you have demonstrated during this challenging year. Try to think without boundaries. Try not to be constrained by perceived wisdom and previous convention. And of course, develop that all-important, positive, can-do attitude. My final and perhaps most important piece of advice is never be afraid to admit that you've got something wrong. You must demonstrate such leadership and have the courage to change direction and take alternative approaches. The graduates that emerge from this rigorous education are the shapers, innovators, and improvers that employers need, and they are the globally aware and engaged citizens that society needs. I believe that you can and will make a significant contribution to your field of interest, your profession, your community and nation, and to international affairs and our world and its peoples. Over the past 10 years, we have graduated 330 master and PhD students, conducted around 100 research projects in collaboration with Qatar Foundation and with other local and internationally prestigious organisations. Many of you have worked on these research projects and contributed to outreach activities and other programmes. You have already made an important contribution to the success of UCL Qatar, which now concludes, after 10 years, with the completion of our contract with the Qatar Foundation. UCL's good relations with Qatar will continue beyond 2020 with collaboration in specific areas of education and research. You will always be a part of UCL's community. You are joining an amazing global network of 230,000 alumni living and working in almost every country in the world. I'd encourage you to actively engage with your fellow alumni and make the most of the opportunity to build these global connections. Please do stay in touch with us and with each other through the Alumni Office and website. We are very interested in you and how you get on. When you make a difference, we want to know about it. Congratulations again to all of you. And now, please do enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you, Professor Arthur, for your thought-provoking and inspiring message. We will now hear a message from Dr. Sam Evans, Director of UCL Qatar, and following his message, we will move into the commencement of the honouring of all graduates, starting with the research graduates.
Honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen and graduates, It is now my pleasure to introduce the conferment of the degrees. I would like to start by thanking UCL's President and Provost, Professor Michael Arthur, for his inspirational words to today's graduates and the whole UCL Qatar community. I would also like to offer sincere thanks and appreciation to Professor Anthony Smith, our Vice Provost Education and Student Affairs, who, since 2010, has presided over almost all of our graduations. He will be offering a few thoughts to our graduates later on during the ceremony. Our 10 years of academic, research and professional development endeavours culminate today in an exceptional moment, and against all odds, with our largest cohort of graduating students. I am honoured to announce the graduation of an exceptional group of professionals, the cultural leaders of tomorrow. As we honour the students with the conferring of the degrees, it is my greatest honour to announce the 2019 and 2020 PhD graduates. Dr. Al-Kindi Al-Jawabra. Dr. Al-Jawabra conducted his doctoral research on heritage, conflict and reconstruction, from reconstructing monuments to reconstructing societies, the case of Syria. Dr. Elena Zivkovich, who conducted her doctoral research on archaeology of Ottomanization in the Middle Danube region, technological perspectives on pottery production in Belgrade between the 14th and 17th centuries. Dr. Leslie Gray, with a doctoral research project on contemporary art and modernity in the Arabian Gulf and Caspian Sea. Dr. Stephanie Kavda, with a doctoral research project on aqueous solvent gel cleaning of polysurfaces in museum collections. I would now like to announce the graduate for the Master of Philosophy Award. Miss Mariam Al-Shamlan. Congratulations to our new PhD and MPhil graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Evans, and congratulations to all UCL Qatar doctoral and research graduates. Dr. Frederick Nestor, Degree Coordinator, will now announce the 2018-19 degrees in Library and Information Studies.
Your Excellency, colleagues, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. In 2013, UCL Qatar launched its MA in Library and Information Studies program in cooperation with the Qatar Foundation at Hamad bin Khalifa University. There were 9 students in the first class and 2 new faculty members, myself and Dr. Nicole Johnson. This year, we have 14 students graduating in the class of 2019 and 32 from the class of 2020. In total, the program has graduated just over 100 professionally accredited librarians. They now form the core of the profession here at Qatar, serving in the National Library, schools, universities, and special libraries, as well as in libraries in their home countries in the region, the United States, India, and Africa. UCL can be proud of the legacy it has left behind in its graduates. They have founded the Library Association in Qatar, risen to senior positions in Q&L and in other libraries, improved the services of the libraries they work in, and contributed to the profession by presenting and publishing papers worldwide. UCL is proud of you. Your faculty is proud of you and feels privileged to have been given this wonderful opportunity to work with you and with Qatar on this wonderful adventure. Abdullah Ibrahim Musa. Amira Mohammed Al-Sarraj. Asma Hassan. Asma Al-Mahid. Bilkis Ajiwokawu. Collins Norch. Dikris Hanzala. Hashim Kalunga. Baha Al-Sarraj. Mahmoud Saeed Abdul Mahmoud. Samuel Effa. Samia Salim. Wahid Ur-Rahman. Zainab Idris.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nestor. Dr. Alexandra Bunia, Degree Coordinator, will now announce the 2018-19 degrees in Museum and Gallery Practice.
The last academic year of UCL Qatar has been marked by many global challenges. The pandemic that still keeps us apart, Black Lives Matter that raised even more powerfully than in the past issues of representation and power inequalities, an accelerated digital transformation still unfolding. I had the privilege to share ideas and experiences about and on these challenges with a resilient, strong, and inspiring group of people, our students and colleagues. I am grateful to all of you for that. But I'm also grateful to the previous cohort of students. Although the circumstances were different and the challenges less visible or far-reaching, their strength, inspiration, and promise for the future was equally empowering. Meeting and teaching all of you has been a privilege. Thank you very much. It is my great pleasure and honor now to present the graduates of the MA program of UCL Qatar for the academic years 2018-19 and 2019-20. Abdallah Kamis Ali. Abdulrahman Abdallah Mustafa Kamel. Argiro Plata. Desmond Onusu Ansa. Elena Cementino. Eternam Klu. Evangelia Patmali. Gregory Bilotto. Hannah Redder. Ignacio Zamora Sanz. Iris Kaliaropoulou. Isa Al-Sirawi. K. Mohammed Abdallah. Laura Morain. Leila Ibrahim Baka. Leila Niksik. Maram Al-Quersi. Mariam Mahsoud. Nicoletta Platia. Peiyu Zhang. Precious Mubiana. Sabika Kizil Bakhsh. Suhaila Sheikh. Sueda Arman Zabi. Wadha Alakidi. Waziha Pervez. Tahmida Afroz. Siki Lee.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bunia. Dr. Frederick Nestor, Degree Coordinator, will now announce the 2019-20 degrees in Library and Information Studies.
Achira Bhattacharya. Aisha Aharji. Alma Mariana Valdez Ruiz. Anagil Esanalievia. Asma Mohammed Jahim Al-Qarari. Augustine Teta Ozor. Basit Bumi Abbas. Bulawatifi Moreniki Abalusi. Fatima Anami. Felix Abgamafi. Foster Eiter. Islam El-Shahidi. Joseph Matthew Malumanda. Kafui Afi Adzapaka. Karyalka Vanik Kovacic. Mahmoud Rashwan. Marcia Arifin. Meta Anami. Mukhtar Sani. Nada Abu Hashem. Nancy Malad. Noble Mubanga Mayembi. Nurul Adiba Mansour. Norahat Yahuza Omar. Raham Ramadan Mansour Mohammed Osman. Regan Alshimi. Samir Ahmed. Shadab Ahmed. Sharafa Idowu Bankoli. Tomoko Osawa. Weezy Nerianda. Abdul Rahman Anwar. Congratulations, graduates. You have faced a time of great challenges and have done well. We wish you the best and hope you will stay connected with all of your UCL Qatar colleagues who have shared so much with you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nestor. Dr. Alexandra Bunia, Degree Coordinator, will now announce the 2019-20 degrees in Museum and Gallery Practice.
Ahmed Hussein Bakr Hussein Sheikh Al Arab. Alicia Suleiman. Al-Shaima Ayub. Amal Rabia Nazir. Amani Abida. Amina Niksik. Anastasia Rusopoulou. Anusha Zaman. Charlene Diane Kasdorf. Gordana Petrovic. Haya bint Abdallah bin Ahmed Al Thani. Layal Ahmed Mashhadi. Mambo Audrey Bonjalela. Marwa Ahmed. Mariam Anani. Munira Al-Kayarin. Nada Bedair. Najma Ahmed. Nurbanu Al-Hijazi. Nurul Asaro. Patricia Tsibangura. Radwan Arawi. Rebecca Holt, Samuel Junior Amega, Sebastian Betancourt Montoya, Suhaila Mather, Wally Ula, Mariam Al-Dubani, Shaha Al-Kulaifi, I wish you all the best for the future, and I'm sure that we are going to see great things from you, not just in the museum and galleries field, but in everything that you'll be involved in. Go and change the world, please.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. I would like to introduce the first of our graduate speakers for the afternoon, Dr. Elena Zivkovich, who will tell us a bit about her journey here at UCL Qatar. Elena is one of the first students who enrolled at UCL Qatar, where she graduated with a master's in archaeology of the Arab and Islamic world before furthering her studies with a UCL research degree.
Hello, my name is Elena Zivkovich, and I have recently received a PhD in Islamic archaeology from UCL after completing the program at UCL Qatar. This is actually my second graduation ceremony at UCL Qatar. I was a graduate of the MA in Archaeology of the Arab and Islamic world before. As someone who was affiliated with this institution from the very beginning, I feel proud of UCL Qatar's achievements in education, research, and public engagement in Qatar, the Middle East, and beyond. In my personal experience, the best part of being a student at UCL Qatar was the opportunity to work and learn with truly inspiring people. I would like to use this opportunity to thank my fellow colleagues, some of who are graduating with me here today, and our wonderful PhD supervisors for all the positive energy we have shared over the years. Although we come from different research fields, ranging from archaeology, conservation, material science, museum and heritage studies, we join hands so many times to tackle different challenges that come with PhD studies. Equally, I would like to thank the Qatar Foundation for the generous support of the PhD program at UCL Qatar that was of a great significance for all of us. The knowledge I received at UCL Qatar during my studies was decisive for my development as a researcher. After completing the studies, I continue my journey in academia at the Cyprus Institute, where I'm currently developing my first postdoctoral project. At the end, I wish to congratulate all the graduates on their achievements and wish them all the best in their future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zivkovich, for your message to all the graduates. I would like to welcome back Dr. Sam Evans, Director of UCL Qatar, to announce the Student Awards.
May I offer my warmest congratulations to all of our graduates. It gives me great pleasure to announce the award winners for the highest dissertation and the highest overall mark for the academic year 2018-2019. The first award for today is the highest dissertation in the Master of Arts in Library and Information Studies programme. The award goes to Zainab Idris. The award for the highest dissertation in the Master of Arts in the Museum and Gallery Practice programme goes to Sabika Kizilbash. The award for the highest overall mark in the Master of Arts in Library and Information Studies Programme goes to Asma Al-Madhid. The award for the highest overall mark in the Master of Arts in the Museums and Gallery Practice Programme goes to Leila Niksic. I will now announce the awards for the year 2019-2020. The first award is a combined highest dissertation and highest overall mark for the Master of Arts in the Library and Information Studies Programme. This award goes to Nurul Adiba Mansour. The award for the highest dissertation for the Master of Arts in Museums and Gallery Practice Programme goes jointly to Sebastian Betancourt Montoya and Rebecca Holt. The award for the highest overall mark for the Master of Arts in the Museums and Gallery Practice Programme goes to Rebecca Holt. Please join me in congratulating all of our award winners.
Congratulations to all of the award winners. What an excellent accomplishment. I would now like to introduce the next graduate speakers for the afternoon. Asma Al-Madhid, Master of Arts in Library and Information Studies, 2018-19. Asma is a Qatari language teacher and library and information professional.
My fellow graduates, I know that you are disappointed that we can't meet today in person for this ceremony. We all envisioned this moment so very differently. Though it is an unusual graduation ceremony, I am sure it is one we will always remember, as will history, not only because we survived writing our dissertations, that was really historic, but also because this is the first and last virtual graduation for UCL Qatar. Indeed, the last ever graduation for UCL in Qatar. We will have something interesting to tell to our children and grandchildren. We are the COVID-19 graduates, historic graduates. I hope that this bond of friendship we created will last forever. Dr. Frederick Nesta, Dr. Milena Dubreva, Dr. Sumaya Ahmed, Mr. Armin Straube. The phrase thank you doesn't feel enough. But I want you to know I appreciate the support you provided to us all. I appreciate that your office doors were always open, even after we completed our studies. Not only did you help us succeed in our academic lives, but also in our professional lives, always looking for opportunities for us to participate in a conference, write a paper, apply for a job. You always went above and beyond to help us achieve and excel, encouraging us to be the best version of ourselves. I am most thankful for the enlightening and challenging projects that encouraged us to find new ways to solve important issues, both locally and in the broader world of library and information science. Joining the Library and Information Studies program helped me realize the breadth of my knowledge and provided the roadmap for how I plan to grow my skills in the future. It has been a truly amazing process. Dr. Nesta inspired me in many ways, transforming the way I see books and the transmission of knowledge. I'll admit that even before joining the program, I believed that books and libraries were places of pure magic. But he made me see the truth and reality of books, the essence of the profession. He held back the curtain for us to see the laws behind libraries, the truth and essence of knowledge, the similarities to philosophy and physics, though thankfully with no equations to solve. Understanding this world more fully has given me an even greater love for my chosen career path. At some points, I thought I couldn't manage, and thought I may never earn my master's degree. But the support I received from UCL not only encouraged and motivated me to complete my program, but also helped me fulfill my potential and achieve high grades. I couldn't have done it without the emotional and academic support I received from UCL Qatar and the UCL main campus in London. I joined the program in the hope of finding myself, and I did. I was seeking a career shift, an opportunity to become a reformer, to help my country develop through information literacy and the information economy. Let's work toward this ideal together, graduates. At this time of great change, I'm excited by what we can all achieve.
Thank you, Asma. I would now like to introduce our final graduate speaker for the afternoon, Rebecca Holt, Master of Arts in Museum and Gallery Practice 2019-20. Rebecca works for the National Museum of Qatar as a consultant and content researcher on their special projects.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, and fellow graduates. It is an honour to be addressing you today as we celebrate our achievements as the UCL Qatar Museum and Gallery Practice Class of 2020. 2020 has been a challenging year for us all, a year that has pushed many of us to our limits, forced us to adapt, and showed us what really matters. I hope that as you're listening to me now, that you and your loved ones are well, and that your worries feel small next to the pride you feel on this ceremonious day, be that for your own accomplishments or for those of another. I am grateful to have encountered the challenges of 2020, surrounded by the support of the UCL Qatar community, and I'm proud to stand before you today, albeit virtually, as a graduate speaker. Museums have always been an important part of my life, and I'm fortunate to have parents who indulged my love for museums. I was taken to them often as a child, much to the protestations of my two brothers, who would have preferred just about anything else. When I was 14, I met a gentleman called Alan Hayward. He was an honorary curator at West Park Museum, a small museum in my hometown Macclesfield, which is in the north of England, near Manchester. He saw how enthusiastic I was, and he said that if I liked, I could go and be a volunteer too. He told me he would teach me how to care for the objects and how to properly study them. I cannot express to you how happy I was. I would go on the weekends and sometimes after school, balancing this with a part-time job and my homework. I can recall that my first job as a volunteer was to sit by the door with a clicker and count how many guests came in. I took this very seriously. Over the ensuing decade, I worked in the museum shop, front of house, in collections, in curatorial, and in public programmes, all voluntary and all under the guidance of Mr. Hayward, my mentor. When I went to Durham University for my bachelor's degree, I would visit the museum during the holidays. The same is true when I went to Oxford for my first master's degree. Over time, a career in anything other than museums became an inconceivable notion. I stand here today with an MA in Museum and Gallery Practice from UCL Qatar and a job at the National Museum of Qatar. I'm also thrilled to be starting a PhD in museology next year. I want to thank Alan, who I know is watching from home now. Your support and mentorship over the past 12 years has meant the world to me. If this pandemic has taught us anything, it is the importance of collaboration, mutual support, and above all else, kindness. With this in mind, my message today is for my fellow graduates. As we go out into the world and embark on what I'm sure will be immensely rewarding careers in our chosen field, let us strive to be as generous with our knowledge and our time as Alan was with me. May we do our very best to foster excitement and engagement with the younger generation. And may we be as patient with people as I'm sure we can all agree our professors were with us when we were writing our dissertations in the midst of a pandemic. It has been a real pleasure to get to know all of you. I will treasure our memories together, and you can count on my full support in everything you do. I would also like to extend my warmest thanks to my supervisor, Dr. Georges, at this point. Your patience, support, and good humour has enabled me to succeed to my full potential. I would also like to thank Drs. Alexandra, Katharina, and Algiris. I'm sure I speak for us all when I say that this master's programme has been not only incredibly intellectually stimulating, but also quite a lot of fun. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you very much to both Asma and Rebecca for sharing your memories of your time at UCL Qatar. We will now have a celebratory group photo moment with all graduates and academics displayed on the screen. Congratulations to the graduates of 2018-19 and 2019-20. I would now like to introduce our last speaker for the afternoon, Professor Anthony Smith, Vice Provost, Education and Student Affairs.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, as UCL's Vice Provost for Education and Student Affairs, it is my honour and privilege to talk to you all at our final UCL Qatar graduation ceremony. Thank you to Dr. Sam Evans, UCL Qatar's Director, and our Provost, Professor Michael Arthur, for their words. But most of all, I wish to thank all of our graduates, the staff at UCL Qatar, and our partners for their dedication, generosity, resilience, and sheer hard work in making this graduation happen, despite the extraordinary circumstances of the global pandemic. Graduation is always an important event for students, staff, families, and friends. Today, for UCL, this event marks a very special milestone. We have completed 10 years of academic activities in Qatar, during which time we have graduated an incredible pool of talented individuals. As many of you will know, UCL was founded in 1826 with a radical ethos. A similarly ambitious and radical spirit led to the founding of UCL Qatar in Education City, in generous partnership with Qatar Foundation and Qatar Museums. Testament to that success is the students we have graduated every year. This year, we are graduating 108 students from some 25 countries. Around 90% of our graduates are already employed or in further education. You have put UCL's academic excellence and its tradition of disruptive thinking to the service of the cultural heritage and knowledge management sectors in Qatar. And in so doing, you are helping to accelerate the realization of Qatar's national vision. Graduating students and staff have worked side by side to deliver some extraordinary projects. The students on the Master of Arts in Museums and Gallery Practice degree on the 2018-19 programme produced and delivered two very different and innovative exhibitions in collaboration with esteemed institutions such as the Qatar Arts Centre and the Quranic Garden, part of Qatar Foundation, both of which I had the pleasure to see in Doha last year. This year, the Museums and Gallery Practice students had to turn their physical exhibition into a virtual one so that it could be attended by the public despite the limitations on public events. Their virtual exhibition entitled Umwoma, exploring aspects of motherhood, was an indisputable online success. The students on the Library and Information Studies programme, by collaborating with their supervisors on academic-led research projects, have advanced the frontiers of knowledge in the areas of open access and digital academic resources. Their research has already been presented at international conferences, such as the Conference on Electronic Publishing in Marseille, France, a conference hosted this year by UCL Qatar, conducted completely online through engagement on Twitter. In 2019, our graduates completed demanding work placements at prestigious local and international institutions such as the Qatar National Library, the British Library, the Museum of Islamic Art in Doha, the Zanzibar National Museum's House of Wonders, just to name a few. This year, the pandemic made it impossible to pursue those opportunities, so our students and staff immersed themselves in additional academic modules. One such example is the module Materials versus Culture that was delivered virtually using alternative materials, ensuring students could achieve the same level of understanding that they would have in the physical classroom. Graduates, you should feel proud of all the challenges you have overcome just by attending one of UCL's rigorous and demanding academic programs, and for overcoming the additional challenges that coronavirus has imposed on us all. You are here as graduates today thanks to your endeavours and hard work, as well as UCL Qatar's academic and professional services staff for their support, dedication and initiative, who rightly share in your success today. At UCL, we continue to uphold the radical vision of our founders in 1826, that education is the key to reform. And at UCL, we aim to equip you with a truly global outlook to capitalize on the connectedness of today's world. I echo the words of our provost, Professor Arthur, in welcoming you to the community of UCL alumni, which spans the whole globe. You are a part and will always remain a part of UCL. We are looking forward to seeing the difference that you will make to the world and your communities, thanks to the learning and professional experience with UCL, the Qatar Foundation, and our partners. I wish you well for your future life and hope that you also have that little bit of luck that is so often necessary to achieve a fulfilling and rewarding career. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Smith, for your closing remarks. Please continue watching as we will now have the formal recession of academic staff and graduates, and they will be displayed on the screen. This concludes the UCL Virtual Graduation Ceremony 2020. I would like to thank you for your attendance at this joyous occasion. Congratulations to all our graduates, and I wish you all a pleasant afternoon. I would welcome you to join us for our next event, Empowering the Present, Unlocking Our Futures, 10 Years of Academic Excellence. Please join us in celebrating 10 years of outstanding achievements in the fields of cultural heritage and knowledge management to mark the successful completion of UCL's agreement with Qatar Foundation. This event will commence shortly at 4 p.m. Qatar time, GMT+3. The link to view this event is displayed on the screen.